The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2 present Viking Preview with a look at today's Colfax Viking football game. And now, Viking Preview.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Preview. Rick Olson here in the NLWN 2 studio, and we're getting very excited to bring you another season of Colfax Viking football for the 2024 season. Tonight, the Vikings will kick off their season by traveling to Whitehall and taking on the Whitehall Norsemen. The Vikings are looking to make considerable steps forward from their 1-8 2023 campaign, while the Norse look to build on their 2-7 record from last year. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Preview, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Whitehall Norse. Then we'll get Coach Joe Baranik's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's season opener from Whitehall High School. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight, the Vikings will kick off their season by taking on the Whitehall Norsemen from Whitehall High School. Both teams are looking to make improvement following their 2023 seasons. Now, in tonight's game, the Norse are hoping to build on last season's 2-7 overall record and 2-5 record in the Dairyland Conference, while the Vikings are hoping to find their way into the winning column more than the once of last season. Now, the Norsemen will be bringing back almost their entire 2023 roster, with the only loss due to graduation was Brock Sluga, who was the Norsemen's leading defensive player last season. The Norse will be able to count on the services of Mason Pientok, who last season led Whitehall in passing and was an effective ball carrier with over 500 yards rushing. Top returning defensive players including Nick Katzman and Mason Prisbella, who had 53 and 50 total tackles respectively. Now, this year's Vikings are quite young, with only 6 seniors on the roster, 3 of which did not play last season. Now, they look to replace 8 graduating seniors from last season. Most notably, the Vikings will miss the rushing, receiving, and defensive abilities of graduated Cade Anderson. The top returning receiver for the Vikings is Orion Nichols, who had 6 receptions for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as a deep threat of Theo Hovde, who averaged 69 yards receiving per game. The top returning running back is Drew Beekner, who rushed for an average of nearly 4 yards per carry. Defensively, the Vikings returned their leading tackler from last year, who was also Beekner. He had 44 total tackles. Right behind Beekner are Nichols and Grant Paulus, who last season had 39 and 34 total tackles, and Paulus had 6 tackles for loss. Now, coming up next, I caught up with Coach Joe Baranik at a practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then Dan and I will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's season opener. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Time now for Coach's Corner, with a look at today's Viking football game from the coach's point of view. Now, Coach's Corner.
Today on Coach's Corner, we're talking with Viking head coach Joe Baranik. And Coach, Tonight, you're heading into another Vikings season. This has got to be a pretty exciting time for you. Everyone's optimistic. Nobody has any losses. You got a little bit of competition last week when you had to scrimmage. Tell us about what's going through your mind as you head into tonight's opener.
Yeah, just excited to get back out there and get some live competition, some meaningful snaps, if you will. So kids responded real well to the scrimmage last week. I thought we held our own pretty well. Pretty happy coming out of that. So this week got some things to clean up and in practice, but should be good to go for Friday.
Now, last season, the Vikings were able to only pull out one victory. In fact, it was against these same Whitehall Norsemen. And what do the Vikings need to do to turn that around this year?
Just that kind of learning how to win, I think, is something that we kind of need to change within our program, within our culture. Ultimately, we kind of narrowed our margin of defeat last year. Definitely played in some closer games than maybe some of the guys are used to in years past. So learning how to win those tight and close games and kind of finding a way and path to victory is going to be something that we need to get accomplished here in 2024.
Now, this year, the Vikings bring a fairly young team to the field. What special conditions do you have to keep in mind with such a young team?
Just understanding, guys when they need a break, they need to rest, and guys who can go and can't go. We're doing a good job of kind of understanding our depth and maybe lack thereof in certain spots and kind of working around that. So pretty happy with how we responded to some of the number challenges that we've had in the years past, and this year's no exception on that.
Now, this year, the Vikings have increased the number of players by some. What do you attribute the increased numbers to?
We've done a good job of recruiting our hallways, kind of showing some of the benefits, positives, incentives of playing in our program. And certainly I think the kids have responded to maybe some of the closeness and kind of competitiveness of some of our games in the past. So kind of pushing through that and kind of getting some faces maybe that haven't played in the past out. So.
Now, tonight's opponent, the Whitehall Norse, appear to be returning just about their entire roster from last year. In fact, I think they only lost one player to graduation. So what do you know about the Norse, and what do you have to do to beat them?
Really well-coached football team. Going to be a very physical football team. Like you said, they didn't graduate a ton or any of their big players at all. So a lot of familiar faces for this team in Whitehall. So ultimately, they're gonna pack the box and ultimately kind of put you in a phone booth and run power. So are we able to stop it? And are we able to meet that power on defense and offensively? Are we able to clean up some of the mistakes we made in the past week? So it should be a good, hard-fought football game.
And a real good test for a real young team and having to face a team that's got, by now, quite a bit of experience under their belt.
Correct, yeah. No, it'll be a good challenge, a good test for us kind of in the non-conference slate before we start getting into some more some of the conference games. So.
Well, thank you, Coach Baranek, for joining us today on Coach's Corner. Good luck in tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings can kick the season off on the right foot. And coming up next, we'll have more Viking preview.
You have been tuned to Coach's Corner with a look at today's Colfax Viking game from the coach's point of view. Stay tuned. More Viking preview is coming right up.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight we have the Vikings taking on the Whitehall Norsemen. Now, taking a quick look around the Dun St. Croix Conference, all the conference teams opened their 2024 campaigns this week. Now, last night, the Glenwood City Hilltoppers traveled to Oliva Strum to face the Cardinals. We'll get you that final score during tonight's game. Tonight, in addition to the Vikings traveling to Whitehall to face the Norsemen, the Spring Valley Cardinals will head down to Durand to take on the Durand, Arkansas Panthers, while the Boyceville Bulldogs will be battling with Independence Gilmanton at Independence High School. The Turtle Lake Lakers will play host to the Regis Ramblers, and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves will travel to Pepin High School to face Pepin Alma. Meanwhile, the Clear Lake Warriors will journey to Arcadia to face the Royal Panthers. Tonight, The Vikings are excited to see how this young team of 8 freshmen, 9 sophomores, 4 juniors, and 6 seniors stacks up against a more experienced team. So it all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on NLWN 2. Now in just a few moments, we'll send it out to our broadcast crew at Whitehall High School, and we'll have all the play-by-play action for you coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
You have been tuned to Viking Preview on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking football.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2 along with Colfax High School now bring you Colfax Viking football. Follow the Vikings all season long as they battle their way through the Gun St. Croix Conference. Now it's out to the stadium for Colfax Viking football.
Good evening and welcome to Whitehall High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow and Monroe is on the camera tonight, and we're getting ready to kick off the 2024 football season as the Colfax Vikings take on the Whitehall Norse. And today is Veterans Appreciation Day, and they have a special flag ceremony that they do. I suspect it's about the same as what they did 2 years ago when we were down here, Dan, and they have all the players take flags. Both teams' players take flags, line up along the sideline and introduce veterans that are here today. And they gave the veterans that are in attendance today a card for a little treat from the concession stand to go along with their coming to the game, and they'll announce all the veterans by name and the branch of service that they served in, and of course we will carry that. I've got my card for the special treat sitting up here next to me, and so we're getting ready to start. While they're getting all set up, Dan, although you may get interrupted, why don't you run through the starting lineups of today's game?
And here's the starters for the Norsemen, Whitehall Norsemen. We go with number 4, Bo Killian. Number 5, Mason Pintock will be their quarterback. Number 12, C.J. Johnson. 21, Nick Katzman. Number 35, Mason Shabilla. Number 50, Brock Goldberg. Number 63, Luke Matika. Number 64, Riley Herman. Number 75, Ben Lazowski. Number 76, Braxton Smith. Number 77, Mason Bulch. For the Colfax Vikings, they're going to have number 2, Theo Houghty. Number 4, Austin Johnson. Number 5, Austin Coates. Number 6, Drew Beaton will be their quarterback. Number 9, Grant Paulus. Number 10, Ryan Nichols. Number 50, Brady Elmer. Number 62, Zachary Learmo. Number 65, Sam Ralph. Number 72, Grant Cook. And number 77, Nathan Lazell.
And of course, being the first game of the year, don't be surprised if we see a lot of other players get into play as well. The Whitehall Norse are returning nearly their entire roster from last year. Only had one player that they didn't save as to graduation. I guess that's not saving, but anyway, one player not returning through graduation. Vikings have a quite young roster this year. I think it's either 5 or 6 seniors and only about 4 juniors on this year's roster. And the rest are all freshmen and sophomores. So the Vikings, pretty young, although numbers-wise, it appears to be very similar down there on the field. The Whitehall Norse dressed in their all-black, flat black helmets, and they've got a copper-colored Whitehall W on the side of the helmet. It actually looks pretty sharp. And the Vikings in their road white uniforms with red numbers, black highlights, and we'll turn it over to the public address system right about now for the flag ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned before, tonight is Veterans Appreciation Tonight. And isn't this an awesome sight, ladies and gentlemen? Seeing all these young men with the flags? Give them a round of applause. What an awesome sight. The flags the football players are holding are on loan from the Flag Memorial of Wisconsin. The flags are flown near Cochrane, Wisconsin to honor each Wisconsin hero who has made the ultimate sacrifice fighting in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to announce and recognize our veterans. Starting off, Tony Scraw, Army. Jim Hughes, Army. Rod Moen, Navy. Robert Wooden, Navy. Rick Olson, Army. Alan Shorbon, Army. Gordy Bowe, Army. Jim Klomstein, Army. Robert Shabilla, Army. Pete Smith, Navy. Amy Smith, Navy. Larry Roswell. Larry Roswell, Army. Yeah. Tom Richter, Air Force. Leroy Knutson, Army. Russell Hurst, Marine. John Austin, Air Force. Vitus Kampa, Army. Tim Brugan, Army. Terry Smith, Air Force. Jenna Pratt, Army. Andrew Pratt, Army. Rob Buell, Navy. Ann Olson, Army. Derek Bell, National Guard. Brian Liga, Air Force. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to announce the honor guard you see on the field. Gary Sem, Army. Robert Kinzer, Air Force. David Gardner, United States Marine Corps. Stephen Cadera, Army. Roy Kinzer, U.S. Navy. And David McRae, Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Thank you for your service. It is greatly appreciated. And now, if you are not already, please stand and face the field as the American Legion Post 191 of Whitehall presents the colors. And now, our national anthem. Please remain silent and standing until the colors have left the field after the anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The Legion would also like to invite all veterans and their families to tune into the Veterans Connection on WHDL Radio.
And that is the flag ceremony for Veterans Appreciation Game here at Whitehall High School. A very nice ceremony. Second time we've had a chance to see that, Dan. And it's
they get a lot of veterans to come out and enjoy it.
For the use of the golf carts for transportation.
Watch some high school football and have a nice evening. It's a nice warm evening tonight without being overly hot,
donated by the Hutchins
which it can be at this time of year.
191 of Whitehall.
We've been here for a
A
thunderstorm.
very special thank you goes out to the
Not tonight,
American Legion
No, it
Post
looks good tonight.
191 for organizing
So the
this
players are
Veterans
returning their
Appreciation Night.
flags
And thank
to the
you,
container
Brian
that they came out
Liga.
in. By the way, the
Thank you, Brian.
officials for tonight's game are Dave
This
Hincock,
concludes our
Gary
Veterans
Nichols, Jeff
ceremony.
Larson, Mark
And now,
Higgleson,
ladies and gentlemen,
and John
the cheerleaders
DeVito.
are going to perform
I think.
Loyalty.
I think that's how it's pronounced. It's pretty close to that anyway. And, it's when we did some Cavalier baseball this year and we had a chance to talk in the series about the life of the umpire, it's kind of the same thing's true with football officials. They know they're doing a good job if they're virtually invisible. And so let's hope that that last guy is virtually invisible so we don't have to say his name again. So we are just about ready for today's game. The Whitehall Norse won the toss and have elected to receive. And the cheerleaders having an opportunity to finally perform as their season is just getting underway as well. Good contingent of Viking fans over in the bleachers on the far side, and there's a large crowd of more Viking fans coming in at the same time. They're going to pack those bleachers on the far
Is
side.
everybody ready for some football tonight?
The Colfax fans travel.
All right.
And
tonight,
stands are pretty full right in front of us with the Norse fans as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Colfax Vikings under the head coach, Joe Baranek.
And the Vikings have just been introduced as a team, which has been tradition for the Vikings for the past several years.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2024 Whitehall Norsemen! With their head coach, Tyler Bordeaux!
Tyler Bordeaux used to play some semi-pro football up in the Eau Claire area. If I'm not mistaken, he played for the Cowboys.
And good sportsmanship should be
as well as possibly some other teams as well.
This is a tobacco-free facility.
And
any use
he's
of
now the head coach of the Whitehall Norse.
On school grounds is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy tonight's football action. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our scoreboard was damaged in the July storms that came through Whitehall. So we have the scoreboard mini out there in the field led by Jamie Youngbauer. Thank you, Jamie.
And we can see that the
down in distance
scoreboard
on each play
is...
Thank you for your understanding. Okay.
Our image of the scoreboard had kind of slipped a little bit, and we're going to try and get it back for you. Let's see here. It's going to take a little bit of doing because...
Kicking off for the Vikings tonight, Drew Buckner.
It's pronounced Beekner.
Beekner, thank you.
And the Vikings teeing up the ball, getting ready to kick it off.
Who's in the back receiving? Number 2, Caden Johnson.
Caden Johnson back deep to receive for the Norse. They get it out across the 35 to about the 38 or 39-yard line. Evans on the return for the Norsemen. Aiden Evans. And he's a sophomore. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Whitehall Norse at the 39-yard line. So the Norse up to the line of scrimmage. They do not run a true quarterback. They run 2 running backs in the backfield. Snap giving it off up the middle. Gets it across the 45 and got about 9 yards on the carrier. On the carry.
Number 4, Bo Killian.
So Pintock and Killian are the 2 lined up in the backfield. 2nd down and a yard to go. Snap to Pintock, give to Killian again. Cuts to his left and gets across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
Picking up several yards on the play. Tackled at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Norsemen.
Whitehall starts out with a good push.
Into the Viking lineup is Austin Peterson. He's in for Austin Coates. One Austin for another. Snap to Pintock. Tosses to Killian. He gets it around the left side and taken down at about the 42-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7.
Pick up a few yards.
Yeah, good job by number 72, Grant Cook, to get down the line for Colfax.
Whitehall does not throw the ball very often. In fact, I think last season you could count it on one hand. High snap. Pulled down by Pintock, and he got it back up across the line of scrimmage. Got about a yard. Actually, they're going to mark it no gain. His knee must have hit early.
On the play. 3rd and 8.
They're at the 42. 3rd and 7. Big play here for the Viking defense because they got gashed on a couple plays early. Norse at the line. They give across the middle and across the 35, and he gets taken down right at the 35-yard line. Caden Johnson on the carry.
Yeah, tripped up by number 5, Austin Coates.
Tackled at
But
the
it's enough for a 1st down.
where it'll be 1st and 10, Norsemen.
Got about half a yard beyond the line to gain, so it's 1st down.
Shout out to our South Dakota viewers right now.
Nothing like good old Wisconsin high school football being watched out in South Dakota. Hey, we had viewers who were watching in Hawaii not too long ago.
Yeah, a couple nights.
Rolling out, looking downfield for the pass, and he gets chased out of the pocket and down across the 30-yard line.
Keeps the ball.
It's going to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5, depending on where they spot it.
2nd and 5.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5, length of the football across the 30-yard line. So 2nd and 5 at the Viking 30. Pintock takes a snap, keeps it himself straight up the middle, and he got down to about the 26. It's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Picking up a few yards on the play.
They're going to put it at the 30 or at the 27. So 3rd down and
8 minutes
That's a short
and
three.
10 seconds remaining in the
Long
first
two.
quarter.
Eight minutes remaining in the quarter. Pintock waiting for the snap. He gets it, gives it across the middle again, and taking it down. This is Johnson again on the carry. He gets down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be another first down for the Norse.
20 yards.
Tackled at the 20-yard line, picking up the first down.
So the Norse have it 1st and 10. Just inside the 20-yard line. High snap to Pintock. Gives it off to Killian with the carry, and he got across the line of scrimmage in a short gain. Make it about a yard.
Makes the tackle on the play for the Vikings.
Ryan Nichols on the stop.
I don't think gain. Small gain on the play. 2nd down and 9.
Second and 9 with the Norse at the line. And a whistle. And penalty marker flies. And we have a false start being called against the Norse. That's going to bring up a second.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Look at the.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
See what it says?
2nd down and about 15 yards.
Yeah.
So at 2nd and 14, Norse are at the line. Give across to Johnson, coming across the middle again, this time going to the left side, and he drags a couple of people down near the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it somewhere right around the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
16-yard line.
Gang
3rd
tackle.
down, Norsemen.
Paulus in there for Colfax.
Coming up on 6 minutes remaining.
So
in
that's
the
going to
quarter.
be 3rd down, about 7. Johnson lined up at a wing on the left, give up the middle, and driving forward to about the 10-yard line. This is going to be real close. I don't think he's got it.
About the
I
10-yard
think he's
line.
going to be about a half a yard short.
Brings up
Number 10,
4th
Ryan Nichols
down
up.
and a yard to go.
So 4th and maybe the length of the football to go for first down for the Norse. Pintock brings him up to the line. Gives it straight up the middle, and he's got the first down. He plows across the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
After the handoff,
that'll be a 1st and goal from the 8 for the Norse.
The first down. 1st and goal from about the 8. 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
You know, Dan, Norse are not only driving down the field, they're chewing up a lot of clock.
Yeah, that front four of them right now is kind of manhandling Colfax.
Pintock rolling out, fakes the pass, heads towards the end zone, and gets it in on the right corner.
Runs it in for the Norsemen. Touchdown!
8-yard run by Mason Pintock. So with 4:36 to go, Whitehall is the first onto the board. Lining up to do the kicking. It's Nick Katzman, it looks like, and the kick is up.
And it's no good.
Extra point attempt is no good.
So the score
with 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter,
is the Norsemen 6 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN 2.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Dairy State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
And the kick is deep.
Austin Peterson.
Picked up by Peterson. He gets out across the 20 to about the 26-yard line, it looks like.
Kate Hanshee makes the tackle for the Norsemen.
And so the Vikings will have a chance with the ball, trailing 6-0.
Ball is placed at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 Vikings.
4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Vikings at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Beekner. Okay.
Beekner at under center, and we have a flag, and we're going to have an illegal procedure call against the Vikings. So that's going to make it 1st and 15, not the way you want to start a drive.
Okay. Just wonder if somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, you're right. Someone lined up with their head over the ball because that's how you get an offensive encroachment call. Lined up in the neutral zone. Vikings come up to the line. Nichols is split out wide to the right. Hovde goes in motion. Beekner keeps it, gets across the 20, sidesteps one tackler and gets out to about the 23-yard line.
Beekner keeps the ball for the Vikings, picking up a couple of yards on the play. 2nd and 11.
So 2nd down, about 11 yards to go for the Vikings.
Next week. Okay.
I definitely have.
Nichols again on the right side. Austin Johnson is on the left. And there's a fumble on the snap, and falling on it are the Vikings. Trying to see who gets up off the bottom of that pile. Austin Coates smothered the ball. Back at the 20-yard line. So it's 3rd and about 14 and a half, 15 yards to go.
3rd and 15.
Smarter than I am.
Beekner brings him up to the line. Grant Paulus in the backfield. Beekner looking downfield. He's looking for Hovde, and it just overthrew him.
Beekner's pass
at about the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 15.
Who's on coverage? Pintock on the coverage for the Norsemen.
Trying to utilize Hovde's speed.
4th down Vikings. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining.
Vikings in punt formation. I think that's Austin Coates lined up back there. It's either a 5 or a 9, and it's hard to tell from here. I think it's a 5.
Yeah.
It's Austin Coates in punt formation.
Yep.
And he gets a low, wobbly kick away, and it goes out of bounds somewhere right around the 45-yard line of the Vikings.
Punt is out of bounds.
Let's see where they end up marking it. And it is right at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
I guess I'm in midfield for him, Dan.
10 Norsemen.
Yeah, good field position for Whitehall.
So the Norse will take over 1st and 10 at the Viking 45-yard line. Well, the Viking defense has got to show some signs of stiffening up.
Yeah, see if they can get a linebacker to get in on this.
There's a snap, gets straight up the middle.
Killian, the ball carrier.
And that was Bo Killian on the carry.
Picking up about a yard.
He's a sophomore.
2nd and 9.
Gained a yard. Good stop that time by the Vikings. So the Norse come up to the line. Pintock waiting for the snap. We have a flag
Penalty on the field.
Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Norse.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. Replay the down.
So that's going to bring up
Ball
2nd down,
at the
14.
49-yard line. 2nd down.
.218 to go in the first half, or first quarter, I should say. Norse up to the line. A snap. Pintock keeps it himself and gained about 4 yards. Taken down at the 45-yard line.
The field, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Nick Katzman a little slow to get up, but he was aided up by his teammates. It seems to be okay. 3rd down 10 for the Norse. Third and 10. Pintock takes the snap, gives it coming across, and that inside handoff. This Johnson again gets around the corner and got down
the ball carrier for the Norsemen.
They're going to mark it all the way down to the 32-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Norse.
Tackle made by Hufty.
Hufty and Paulus on the tackle for Colfax.
So 1st and 10 for the Norse as they continue to dominate the first quarter. Minute 15 remaining. Pintock gives it to Killian up the middle. And he lost a yard that time.
Second down.
Or they may mark it no gain. In fact, that's what they're going to do. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Number 42, Liam Shatter for Colfax in the tackle.
So 2nd and 10. Pintock waiting for the snap. He drops back, looking downfield. He fires it deep.
Nice.
He's got Johnson open, and Johnson has it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Receives the pass from Mason Pintock.
32-yard touchdown pass.
Touchdown.
Yeah, just throwing a dime.
Johnson got wide open. He got a couple steps on the defender. And all he had to do was lay it out there, and Johnson went and got it. Trying the extra point is Katzman again. He kicks this one up, and this one's also no
The
good.
extra point attempt is no good.
So the score with 30 seconds remaining are the Norse
the Vikings 0,
12 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN 2.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2024. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the Jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including The Jack Benny Show and the Halloween Masquerade Party, Dragnet, and the episode entitled The Werewolf, The Lives of Harry Lime starring Orson Welles, and Suspense with The Bride Vanishes. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Shabilla kicking off for the Norse. Hovde with the reception at the 15-yard line. He's out across the 30 and met at the 35-yard line, stopped right there.
For the Vikings.
So the Vikings will have it first down.
Connor Stevens with the tackle for the Norsemen.
Connor Stevens on the tackle for Whitehall.
So the Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. Try to see if they can get a little something going here in the first quarter. Beekner gets met in the backfield. Couldn't get away from the people grabbing onto him.
Ball carrier for the Vikings.
And he lost a couple yards.
Caden Hanchey on the tackle for the Norsemen.
They're going to mark it a loss of a yard. Second down and 11.
A loss of a yard. Second
That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter.
With the end of the first quarter, it's the Whitehall Norse.
Your score,
12,
the Whitehall Norse
Vikings
12,
6
the Colfax
on
Vikings 0.
NLWN 2.
Colfax High School football action is coming your way on NLWN 2. Coming up on Friday, August 30th, the Colfax Vikings will take on the Elevestrom Cardinals at Colfax High School. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, August 30th on NLWN 2.
To get your lawn or garden to perform at attracting what you want, you first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
And so we're back here at Whitehall High School. Rick Olson, Dan Petchow, and Monroe on the camera. Vikings have the ball, second down and 11 yards to go at their own 34.
Did I say second quarter or second?
I don't.
Vikings at the line. Drew Beekner under center. Hovde goes in motion. Give up the middle.
And that's
Handoff by
Grant
Vikings.
Paulus on the carry.
Hollis picking up a
He
couple
got out
yards
to
for
about the
Vikings.
38-yard line.
Tackled at the 38-yard line.
It's going to bring up a gain of 3, so it's 3rd and 7.
No.
Vikings back at the line. Beekner drops back, looking downfield. He fires it. He's got a Ryan Nichols across the 45 and down to about the 41-yard line where he's finally taken down. That'll be a first down for the Vikings.
Tackled at the 42-yard
nice toss that time by Beekner to Nichols, right in the slot. He found that open spot in the defense, and Paulus drilled him with it. They mark it on the 42, so it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Vikings. Hovde goes in motion. Pitch to Hovde going around the right side. He cuts back. He's in the open. Hovde is on the loose. He's down around the 10 and knocked out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Evidently stepped out of bounds about the 12, it looks like.
Yeah, we saw that speed from Hovde last year.
Theo Hovde, by the way, will be our Viking profile at halftime.
Ball is placed at the 11-yard line.
So you want to make sure to tune in for that.
Vikings.
So they're on about the 12-yard line. Hovde in motion again. Give to Paulus. Got hit near the line of scrimmage. He did pick up a yard or two.
Paulus takes the handoff.
It's going to bring up, let's see where they mark it.
Shavilla makes the tackle for the Norsemen.
Gain of a yard. 2nd down 9.
2nd down on 9.
Vikings in the red zone. Austin Johnson split to the near side. Nichols to the far side. Hovde in motion. Give up the middle. Paulus on the carry. He gets it down to about the 6-yard line.
Vikings picking up a couple of yards on the play.
And it's a little bit shy of the 6. He's going to be about the 8-yard line. 3rd down about 6.
3rd and 6.
Nichols again splitting out to the right side. Johnson to the near side. Hovde in motion. Beekner rolls to his right, looking toward the end zone. He found Nichols, but it was knocked out of bounds, or knocked out of Nichols' hands at the last second. It's going to bring up a 4th down 6.
4th down Vikings.
Johnson brings the play in from the sidelines. Beekner at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. We have whistles and illegal procedures being called against the Vikings. It's going to make a 4th and 11 from about the 13.
5-yard penalty, replay the ball.
So 4th and a short 11.
After the penalty, the ball will be spotted at the 12-yard line. 4th down Vikings.
Paulus a setback. Beekner dropping back. Fires over to the left side. He had Hovde's hands, but he couldn't hang on at the goal line. And the ball will go over on downs to the Whitehall Norse.
Turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Norsemen.
So with 9:34 to go, Whitehall comes back on the field with their offense. want to remind you that the Colfax School District wants to welcome all students to attend the Welcome Back Orientation and Team Building Days on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's the 27th and 28th at Colfax High School. Norse are at the line of scrimmage. Quick pitch coming around the right side. He's got a little bit of running room and gets out to about the 20-yard line. Killian on the carry.
The pitch. Gaining several yards on the play.
tackle for Colfax.
He's going to have gained about 8 on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Tackle for the Vikings. 2nd and 3.
Norse coming up to the line. Pintock waiting for the snap. Quick pitch up the middle, and ball was intercepted, I think.
Well, is it going to be a pass?
It was forward, so that would be a pass. And we'll see if the Vikings grabbed it or if... And they're saying incomplete pass. It hit the ground.
Yes, incomplete pass. It was a shovel pass. Incomplete.
I honestly couldn't see if it hit the ground or if he caught it.
Yeah, I think it hit him right in the back.
After the play, 3rd and 3.
So 3rd down and a couple yards to go. And we have a whistle. And get the ball spotted where it belongs, back at the 20-yard line.
Whoops.
And they give to Killian again, coming around the right side. He's in the open, and he's not going to be touched unless it's Hubby catching him from behind. Hubby takes him down at the 24-yard line.
All the way down to
big run
the
for Killian.
22-yard line.
And Hubby with the touchdown saving tackle.
Catches him for the tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Norse at the Viking 24-yard line.
1st and 10 Norsemen.
Norse at the line. Pintock takes it himself straight up the middle, and he got nowhere.
Pintock keeps the ball himself.
Maybe got a yard.
Short gain on the play. 2nd and 9. Does that say 8 minutes?
8 minutes, yeah.
Coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the half.
2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Norsemen. They break the huddle, come up to the line. And the give coming around the right side.
Devin Hutzel on the carry for the Norsemen.
That's Hutzel on the carry.
Short gain on the play. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a critical stop right now for Colfax.
Killian on the carry this time, going around the right side and breaks a couple tackles, gets down to the close to the 10-yard line.
Tackled at the 11-yard line.
They're going to mark it on the 11, and it'll be first and 10
Norsemen
for the Norse.
Yeah, good job by Killian to follow his blockers.
Just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half, and the first half has been all Whitehall. Pintock has him at the line. Killian lined up to his left.
And the give to Johnson coming across to the left side. He breaks a tackle.
Johnson,
and taken down. He's got a first down and down about the 4-yard line.
Paulus makes the tackle.
Actually, he's going to be shy of first down.
Grant Paulson on the tackle for Colfax.
They're going to mark it on about the
5-yard line.
It's on the
2nd down and 3.
Second and a short 3 to go. Pintock brings him up to the line. Give to Killian straight up the middle, and he drives forward. He's close. And one official saying I think he's indicating it was short by about a yard. It's going to be 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line.
Timeout on the field.
And we have a timeout called. So with a timeout on the field, it's the Norse 12 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN TV.
Menominee Eye Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients.
So first
Whether
and
it's examinations
inches
for
is
glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experience.
Red ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still face off.
Looks like ball is at the 5-yard line there.
So now the ball gets moved back to just outside the 5.
The ball will be placed at the 5-yard line. First down.
First down and goal for the Norse. Give to Killian. He cuts to the right and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Norsemen touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And that'll make it 18-0 with 4:52 remaining in the first half. Norse are lining up to go for 2. Pintock takes the snap. Pitches to Killian going around the right side. This time he didn't get there. Got taken down in the backfield.
Is no good.
Was tackled by Nathan Basil.
Seconds remaining in the first half. Your score, the Vikings 0,
with
the Norsemen
4:52
18.
remaining, is Whitehall Norse 18, Vikings nothing on NLWN 2.
Menominee Eye Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
And we're back here at Whitehall High School. The Norse kicking off to the Vikings. And the kick comes down to Hovde. He's out across the 20, goes to the right side, he's got the corner turn, gets it out across near the 50, down to the 48-yard line of the Norse. One of the bright spots in the Vikings today has been the running of Theo Hovde.
Karsten Osgow on the tackle for the Norsemen.
Run by Hubby.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 48.
Looks like the ball will be placed at the 48-yard line for the Vikings. First down.
4:41 remaining in half number 1. Vikings put a man in motion. Beekner keeps it himself, runs into his own man, and goes down for a loss of a yard.
Loss of about a yard on the play. Second.
He ran into
11.
Austin Coates.
Timeout on the field.
And we have a timeout being called. I think it's just to get a player off.
Ooh, tire, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he blew a tire. Get the air pump out there and the bubble gum to patch the hole. Tried that with more than one bicycle tire when I was a kid. Didn't work very well. Hovde goes in motion. Beekner dropping back, looking downfield. He's rolling to his right. He fires it deep. He had Coates open. Coates kind of tripped over a stripe on the field a little bit and catch it turned. Looks like he might have turned an ankle. He's got a little hitch in his giddy up there.
2nd and 11.
2nd down 11. 3rd down 11.
Yeah, it shouldn't be 3rd down.
Check that. 3rd down and 11.
So at 3rd and 11, Vikings in Norse territory. Vikings at the line. Give straight up the middle. That's Paulus on the carry, and he gained a couple.
Carrier for the Vikings. Tackled by a boatload of Norsemen.
Taken down at the 47.
Down Vikings.
Yeah, that interior for Whitehall is clogging everything up.
4th and 9. Vikings at the line. In punt formation. And the snap. This time he gets a little better kick away.
Oh, hit Hovde.
Okay.
And so the ball is dead at about the 20-yard line where it bounced off of Hovde.
With
and so it'll be
14 seconds remaining in the first half.
First down for the Norse.
It'll be
3:14 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Colfax has got to find a way to get a stop here.
Vikings trailing 18-0. We're in the second quarter. Snap and give up the middle. This is Killian. He cuts it out to the right side. Met by a mess of Vikings. Being led by Orion Nichols.
About 2 yards on the play.
We're going to mark it as a gain of a couple.
3 minutes remaining.
Second down 8.
3 minutes.
Waiting for the Norse. Now they break the huddle. It took a long time that time. They're up to the line of scrimmage.
Pintock gives it to Killian off the left side, and he finds some running room and gets it out around the 40-yard line.
Advances the ball up the field.
About a 20-yard gain by Killian.
Picking up the first down.
He picked up 10 of that by himself.
He gets it marked out at the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the half.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Norseman at the line. Looking downfield, firing it deep. He's got a receiver, and Johnson's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, right in stride.
Hayden Johnston receives the pass from Mason Pintock from Norseman.
59-yard touchdown pass.
The pass was 59 yards.
From Pintock to Johnson.
Yeah, we were not so perfect.
Yeah, just got behind the safeties for Colfax.
Yeah, so 50-50. Okay, all right,
It makes the score 24-0 with 1:40 to go in the half. The one thing the Colfax Vikings have done so far tonight is not allowed an extra point. And Killian with it, reaches for the end zone.
The Norseman.
And it's no good.
It is no good.
So the score remains Whitehall Norsemen 24 and the Vikings nothing with 1:40 remaining.
0,
and it's 24-0 on NLWN 2.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Whitehall getting ready to kick off to the Vikings. Back deep to receive. We have Hovde. And is it Austin Peterson back there?
Number 7.
That's Austin Peterson. There's the kick. Bounces and goes out of bounds. That'll be bringing the ball out to around the 40.
40 or 45?
Check out of bounds. Second team. Colfax elects to take the ball at the 35.
Oh, so they get it at the 35. I keep losing track of which level of football does what. We did all summer with the Chippewa Valley Phoenix, and there it was at the 40.
Yeah.
So it's at the 35, 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
I'm just going to tell them to at the bottom of the steps. Okay? At the bottom of the crow's nest. Okay?
Beekner gives it a pitch to Hovde going around the right side. He gets across the 40 and taken
Hovde,
down.
the ball carrier for the Vikings.
At about the 50-yard line.
And Colfax uses a timeout.
Tackled at about the 49-yard line. First and 10, Vikings.
So,
Soderberg on the
clock
tackle
is
for
running.
the Norsemen.
They come up to the line. First and 10 in Whitehall territory. Biegner dropping back, looking downfield. Fires it over the middle pass, bounces into Nichols.
Incomplete.
Second down 10.
Second
But
down,
that'll stop
Vikings.
the clock with 1:07 remaining. Biegner dropping back, looking downfield. He's surrounded, flushed out of the pocket. He scrambles, takes it upfield, and slides down at about the 35-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Tackled at about the 35-yard line. Timeout.
And the Vikings call a timeout. So with a timeout on the field, the Vikings trail 24-0 with just under a minute to go on NLWN TV.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Yard line.
So the Vikings have it first and 10, just outside the 35-yard line. Pitch to Hovey going around the right side. They have him corralled this time and forced out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Loss of about a yard.
For the Norsemen.
51 seconds remaining. They're going to make it a loss of about 2 yards. Second and 12. Vikings at the line. Biegner dropping straight back. Looking out to the right flat, and it's intercepted by Johnson. Johnson gets out across the 45 or 35 out to about the 38-yard line where he's taken downfield. So the interception stops that Viking drive.
And Johnson just sat on that rope. Got underneath it.
They're going to mark it on the 40. So first and 10 for the Norse at the 40-yard line of their own with 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Pintock rolling out to his right, looking downfield, looking, and finally chased out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
Out of bounds.
Pushed out by Grant Paulks.
By number 9.
That's going to bring up second down and 8.
Second down and 8. 36 seconds remaining.
And the snap, the give coming around the right side. This time is Johnson. He gets out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. And they may even spot it at the 48.
I don't think he got out of bounds, did he?
And we do have a timeout being called by the Whitehall Norse. So with a timeout on the field, it's Whitehall 24, Vikings
Whitehall
0 on NLWN 2.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear. But don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks?
Move.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
You got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
Third down with 20
For a
seconds
team
remaining.
approach to managing your finances with over 70.
Norse at the line. They give it straight up the middle to Killian. He gets it across
Killian,
the
ball carrier for the
midfield
Norsemen.
down to about the 46-yard line of the Vikings. They're going to mark
Tackled at the 45-yard line.
45.
First and 10, Norsemen.
First and 10. 14 seconds remaining.
Clock stops to move the chains.
And now they wind the clock. I don't think they're going to run a play. I think they're going to let the halftime run out. And that is going to be the score at the end of the first half, with the Whitehall Norse leading the Vikings 24-0. We have Viking halftime coming up in just a couple of moments with our Viking profile, and that'll be coming up right after this brief timeout on NLWN 2.
Let's take care of this 50-50 raffle ticket right now.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's Viking profile and other halftime entertainment. Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Theo Hovde, who's a senior, right, at Colfax High School. We've talked a few times before. And Theo, we know that you play football, but what are some of the other activities you're involved with at school?
Kind of depends on the year, but a little bit of basketball, definitely wrestling, as well as track and field.
Now, when did you start playing football, and what kind of an experience have you had?
I've been playing it all the way up through middle school and high school, and had a great impact on me. I get along great with all of our coaches, and it's like a big family, you know.
So what's the most important thing that you've learned from playing football?
Definitely teamwork. Without everybody else on the field, the other 10 guys can't get the ball moving in the direction you want, so.
Okay, now I know that you have some time that's away from playing football, so what are some other things that keep you interested and occupied?
I love music, as well as I love the boat time in the summer, you know, as well as just throwing a football around in the yard, going for walks with family, eating good food, you know what I mean? Good food is can't be beat.
And in the summer, boy oh boy, off the grill and stuff.
Oh, you can't beat it.
Okay, well that leads into the next one. You know what this one's coming. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
All of them.
All of them. Put one of them in front of you, it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, ice cream, I would probably go number one, but really anything in front of me, I mean, it's just going to get mowed down, you know?
How about burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
I got to go with burgers.
Okay, what do you want on that burger?
Give me a little bit of lettuce, some pickle, mustard, ketchup, cheese. Perfect.
Okay. What's your favorite NFL team?
Packers.
All right, and your favorite college team?
Badgers, there's the only one.
Okay. Now, if you had a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
Probably super speed because it helped me out on the field as well as the track a good amount more. And I think no matter how much speed you got, you can always use some more.
Okay, I know this is a tough question for you, but if you have a superpower like super speed, you got to have a superhero name to go with it. What's that going to be?
Probably Flash Hovde.
Okay, Theo the Flash or something?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. If you could sit and have dinner with any football personality from any time in history, who would that be and why?
Probably either Ernie Davis or Ron Brown. They're real influential back in the day with running the football, and they've been influential for many years that I can remember. I love watching the movie The Express.
Okay, we're talking with Theo Hovde today on Viking Profile. And Theo, what are your plans for after high school?
Definitely attending a 4-year and then possibly getting a graduate degree in something. Don't really know yet, and then also thinking about running track or playing football somewhere.
Okay, how about a shout out to the family?
Hey, Mom and Dad, Trey, Tucker, Ty, Haley, Grace, love you guys. Thanks for coming to the games.
That's a whole section in the bleachers.
It is, I know, yeah.
So when people come to Viking games, what number do you wear and what position are we going to find you playing?
Well, I'll be holding for extra points as well as cornerback and slot back.
Okay, we want to thank Theo Hovde for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been tuned to Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Now more Viking halftime entertainment.
When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers.
Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you.
if kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong. Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Now back to the stadium for second half action.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool. Your hand's gotten so Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love, your mind.
And welcome back to Whitehall High School, where the Whitehall Norsemen have a 24-0 lead over the Colfax Vikings. And before I turn it over to Dan with a small amount of halftime stats for the Vikings, let's real quickly mention that this summer, while covering Eau Claire Cavalier baseball, we have an award that we have to give out. It's for the ballpark that had the best hot dogs all season. And every place that we had Cavalier baseball games, we sampled the hot dogs and we rated them. Things like flavor and crispness and, you know, just kind of what we liked. And then we compared notes, and the winner this year for it's called the Top Dog Award, are the Augusta Athletics. The people who run the concession stand for the Augusta Athletics ought to be really proud of the hot dogs that they serve down there. And then we have two honorable mentions, and those are the Jim Falls Sturgeons and the Osseo Merchants get honorable mentions for the high-quality hot dogs that they serve there. Dan has become quite the hot dog connoisseur. What do you think about that, Dan?
Yeah, I should get the MVP for the most hot dogs eaten.
Yeah, you should, especially at that All-Star game in Augusta. You were just chowing down on those dogs.
Yeah, those are good.
Okay, Dan, run us through real quickly the statistics for the first half.
Yeah, here's the totals for Colfax. Rushing yards, they had 73. Passing yards, they had 18. Number 2, Theo Hupke had 46 yards rushing in the first half. And number 6, Drew Beekner, he had 18 yards to be the leading passer here in the first half. So, yeah, 73 rushing, 18 passing for Colfax.
And let's run through a quick summary of the scoring in the first half. With 4:36 to go in the first quarter, Mason Pintock took the ball on an 8-yard run, making the score 6-0. Then, with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter, Pintock threw a 32-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Johnson, making the score 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, with 4:52 remaining, Bo Killian took the ball 5 yards for a touchdown, making it 18-0. And then, with 1:40 to go in the half, Pintock hit Johnson on a 59-yard touchdown pass, getting us to our halftime score of 24-0. Vikings should be receiving the ball to start the second half. Whitehall had won the toss and chose to receive to start the game, so the Vikings choose to receive to start the second half. And as we're heading out there back deep, we have Austin Peterson and Theo Hupke.
Mason Shabilla kicking off for the Norsemen.
And Shabilla getting ready to kick off for the Norsemen. That's Mason Shabilla. And there goes the whistle. And he approaches, kicks it away. And it's going to bounce, picked up by Hovde at the 20.
He's out across the 30. He's to the 40. He finds a bit of a seam, and he steps out of bounds somewhere around the 45-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like he's got his foot on the 42-yard line.
For the Norsemen.
But a nice return that time by Theo Hovde. Return yards would have been a good one to get on that.
Yeah, Hovde had a great first half.
On returning the ball. You notice we did get the score bug sort of fixed. We plopped a scoreboard down in the corner. Their main scoreboard got damaged by a storm back in July, and it hasn't been repaired yet. They're fighting with the insurance company over that one, and we couldn't keep the camera on the numbers that we were looking for on this little tiny scoreboard. It's Paulus on the carry. Picked up about
a couple of yards on the play.
Second down 7.
2nd and 7. Ball is placed at the 46-yard line.
Vikings come up to the line. They send 2 receivers out wide to the left side. Nichols is wide, and in the slot is Hunter Roberts. Give up the middle again. No, Beekner keeps it himself, and he gets the stop trying to get around the corner and loses some yards. Back to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down 10.
Herman on the tackle for the Norsemen.
Whitehall did a nice job that time of coming across the line and boxing in the corner, not letting Beekner get to the outside. So 3rd and 10 for the Vikings at their own 43. Nichols going over to the other side. Now both receivers are going over to the other side. Hovde goes in motion. He goes around the right side. He's got some room, and he bursts through down to about the 41-yard line of the Norsemen, and that'll be enough for a Viking first down.
Yeah, just off that. He got there for Colfax. He was gone once he found that open.
He's got some acceleration, doesn't he, Dan?
Yeah, he had good acceleration last year, too, but it seemed like he picked it up this year.
Well, he's also got another year under his belt and has a little more experience, so he can know how to read the blocks a little better. Give straight up the middle. Paulus on the carry.
Paulus on the carry for the Vikings.
And he gets it across the 40 down to about the 39-yard lines where they're going to put it. Gain of a couple. 2nd down 8.
39.
Nichols split wide to the left. Roberts in the slot. Pitch coming this way, and he breaks a tackle and gets it down to about the 40 or 36-yard line. Austin Coates with it.
Tackled at the 36-yard line.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5.
3rd and 5.
Vikings come up to the line. Nichols and Roberts go out wide to the right. Hovde on a wing on the left side. Hovde in motion. Pitch to Hovde. Hovde looking to throw. He fires it deep. He's got Roberts, and it's knocked down.
That's a little underthrown.
Broken up by Deacon Stay.
Deacon Stag on the defensive move got his hand up there and knocked it away. Hovde had a receiver, and you're right, Dan. It was just a little underthrown.
Caden Hanshee applying pressure for the defense.
That's going to bring up 4th down 5 for the Vikings.
Gravity applied pressure.
Roberts on the right side. Hovde in the slot. Beekner throws over the middle and misses his target. That was Orion Nichols. And the ball's going to go over on downs to the Norse.
Yeah.
Devin Hutzel on the pass breakup for the Norsemen.
Devin Hutzel was right in the face of Hovde, right in front.
Fourth down. Does that turnover on?
So it's first down for the Norse.
With the turnover on downs, the ball is placed at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Norsemen.
Norsemen with that tight bunch formation again. Pintock gives it to Killian again, straight up the middle, and he keeps driving those legs and gets it out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Mason Bouch giving a good push up the middle for the Norsemen.
8 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Contributing to the play, Braxton Smith. Second down and 6.
Norse up to the line. And gives straight up the middle. Killian again. He gets it out to about the 43-yard line.
Gaining a yard or 2 on the play. Third and 5.
Well, they mark it at the 30, or checked at the 42. So 3rd down and 4. Norse are at the line. Pintock gives it to Killian, coming around the right side. He breaks one tackle, gets it across the 45 out to about the 48 or 47-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Tackled at the 47, giving the Norsemen the first down.
First down.
Stop around. Brock Cooper.
Pintock takes the snap, gives it to Killian again. And he got it to about the 49-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 48.
Snap.
Gain of a couple. Brings up 2nd down 8.
Brock Coburn giving a good push up the middle for the Norsemen.
Check that. They've got that mark closer to the 49-yard line, so it's a gain of 3.
Number 63, Luke Batika on the play as well.
Norse at the line. And the give again to Killian. Gets met at the 50-yard line and hauled down there.
Tackled at midfield.
Brady Elmer on the tackle.
Along with Zach Learmo. Third down and 6.
3rd and 6. 5 minutes remaining in the third.
Pintock gets his play, heads into the huddle.
Or the whiteboard that's like, this is just
Mason Pintock, the senior, gives it to Johnson. He gets it through the 40-yard line, and he's loose. And he's heading in towards the end zone. No one's going to catch him. And we've got a Viking down on the field.
All the way for the Norsemen. Touchdown! 50-yard run.
Yeah, Johnson with some speed.
With 4:24 to go. So that makes the score 30-0 with the Norse on top. They are going to attempt to kick the extra point. Karsten Ostra, okay, and that kick is up, and it's no good.
The Norsemen
That's the one thing the Vikings have been consistent with. They have not allowed the Norse to score an extra point.
Your score, the Norsemen
That's kind of a
30,
dubious odds.
0.
So it's 30-0. Norse are leading the Vikings on NLWN TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Colfax High School football action is coming your way on NLWN2. Coming up on Friday, August 30th, the Colfax Vikings will take on the Elevestrom Cardinals at Colfax High School. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, August 30th on NLWN2.
So we're getting ready for the Norsemen to kick off to the Vikings. 4:24 remaining in the third quarter as the Norse have opened up a 30-0 lead over the Vikings. Vikings have not been able to mount much of an offensive attack, and the defense can't seem to get off the field. Kick comes down to Peterson. And Peterson breaks it open, and he gets out to about the 50-yard line, finally taken down by the kicker at the 48-yard line.
To the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen special teams for Colfax tonight pick up some yardage.
Mason Shabilia making the solid hit on Peterson. And they're going to mark it at the 47-yard line, so the Vikings will have a 1st and 10. They've been able to penetrate into Whitehall territory, but just haven't been able to do anything with it once they get in there.
Soto's in there too. And she was it.
And Beekner trying to get loose and can't. Taken down in the backfield for a loss. Back at the 48-yard line of the Vikings. So it's a loss of 5. Going to bring up 2nd down 15.
Solberg on the tackle for Whitehall.
Second and 15 for the Vikings.
Vikings up to the line. Avdia motion, gives straight up the middle to Paulus, and he drives forward for about 5. It's going to bring up, they're going to mark it with a 4-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Number 72, Jackson Crebo on the tackle.
Check that, they gave them all 5. So 3rd and 10.
Beekner drops back. Pocket collapses, and Beekner goes down back at the 48-yard line.
Number 72, Jackson Crandall on the tackle for the Norsemen.
Caden Henchy got it all started.
So that's going to bring up 4th down.
4th and 15 for the Vikings.
4th down and about 14. Whatever it is, it's going to be a punting situation for the Vikings. Austin Coates back in punt formation. Takes the snap, gets the kick away out. End over end that cartwheels its way down the field.
Is out of bounds.
And goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it that it went out of bounds. Somewhere near the 30. And that's right where they're going to put it, right at the 30-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line where it'll be
first down for the
Norsemen.
Just under 2 minutes. Yep.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Third quarter winding its way down. Waiting for the Norse. Here they come. Up to the line.
Now 3.
Hintak gives it to Killian, and Killian gets it out to about the 39-yard line. 62. Tackle by Learmo.
Ball placed at the 38-yard line.
Second and 2. Had a bunch of black jerseys blocking our view of where they spotted the ball that time, so it was hard to tell, but once they got it out in the middle of the field, second and 2. Give to Killian again, got met in the backfield and got back near the line of scrimmage. I think that's what they're going to give him is no gain.
Cleaned up by number 10, Orion Nichols for Colfax.
Third and 2.
Clock is running down near 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. This will be the last play of the quarter, most likely. Pintack gives it up.
Ooh, nice.
And Hutzel on the carry, but he got met in the backfield.
62 for Colfax.
Tackle made by
That's Learmo again.
Tackle made by number 62, Zachary Learmo. That's the end of the third quarter. Your score.
So the score after 3 quarters. Whitehall Norsemen 30, Vikings 0, and you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN2.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2024. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the Jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including The Jack Benny Show and the Halloween Masquerade Party, Dragnet, and the episode entitled The Werewolf, The Lives of Harry Lime starring Orson Welles, and Suspense with The Bride Vanishes. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV.
We begin the fourth quarter.
Heading into the fourth quarter is Whitehall 30, Vikings 0. And the ball's on the 36-yard line. It's fourth down and about 4.
They drew something up here.
And the give to Johnson going around the right side. He's got the first down and then some. He's off to the races. Can Hovde catch him? And he does.
Johnson.
Hovde caught him about the 15, dragged him down. He's going to be down at about the 12.
About the 12-yard line.
Hovde was the last gasp. Johnson found a hole and exploited it and left a bunch of white jerseys in the dust. And Theo Hovde was off to the races trying to catch him and was able to finally grab on about the 15 and pull him down at about the 12.
Yeah, 2 saving tackles for touchdown for Hovde this game.
Norse at the line. Shovel pass straight up the middle, and
shovel pass to Shabilla, picking up
Shabilla
gets
the ball, and he gets it down to about the 5-yard line. That's good for about second and 3.
5-yard line, second down.
No.
That's the second time they've run that shovel pass. This time it was a little more successful than the first time. In the backfield is Devin Hutzel. Pintott gives it to Hutzel, and he heads towards the end zone, and they do mark it as a touchdown.
Devin Hutzel takes it in for the Norsemen, touchdown.
So that'll make it Whitehall 36 and the Vikings 0. I suspect we will be going to running clock after the kickoff here. 10:42 remaining.
That big push by Whitehall's front 4.
So they're trying a 2-pointer. High snap to Pintock. He rolls to the left. He's looking. We have a penalty marker comes flying in. Pass is complete in the end zone, but we have to wait and see what the penalty is about.
He's on the field.
I think it's going to be a holding. Holding is against Whitehall. And a pass interference against Whitehall. So either way, the 2-point conversion is not going to be successful this time. Let's see what happens after they mark it off, and we'll listen to the official tell us all about it.
2 flag. Block in the back, a penalty decline. Holding on the offense, that's accepted. Replay the try for down.
So the ball goes back to the 13-yard line,
With that, the ball
where they'll have the extra point attempt from there.
For a retry.
You know, Dan, for the first game of the season, there have not been a lot of penalties tonight.
Yeah.
A couple of encroachment and false start penalties for the most part. That's the first fairly big penalty.
Yeah, clean game for both teams.
Pintak looking, scrambling to the right, fires towards the end zone. It's intercepted in the end zone and taken down there
Pass is
by Peterson
intercepted in the end zone.
So that extra point attempt is also no good. And we'll be back as the Norse are leading 36-0 on NLWN 2.
30 seconds remaining in the game.
For a team approach to managing your finances with over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Derry State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Derry State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
All right, Vikings trailing. And we'll see if they go to running time.
For the Norsemen.
I believe this is the running time criteria, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Do we have a run clock now?
Here's the approach and the kick. Taken there by Peterson. He's out across the 20 to the 30. He gets across the 35 to about the 39-yard line where the Vikings will have it first and 10.
The 38-yard line.
And the clock does still run, so we are in a running clock situation because it would have stopped there because that was a change of possession.
Vikings.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball is marked at the 38-yard line. Beekner under center. Hovde in motion. Takes a pitch coming around the right side. Jukes into the inside. Keeps coming to the outside. And he got hit hard. Lost the ball. And it's going to be recovered.
Fumble on the play.
And they're signaling over to the Viking sideline to get the trainer out there quickly because Hovde went down hard.
Yeah, and we've seen Hovde have concussions before.
So, we'll take a timeout while they tend to Theo Hovde on the field with the score, Whitehall 36, Vikings 0 on NLWN 2.
To be able to do something like that is going to take a lot of people. It's not going to be, one or two people to put a cabin together like this.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin. Please consider donating. Every dollar received is greatly appreciated and will have a positive impact on the lives of the veterans we serve. Individual, family, and corporate sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
Once the cabin is built, it's just going to be such a relaxing place to go.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jaina passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
And Theo Hovde making his way off the field under his own power. I'm sure he's not sure what day of the week it is. He took quite a hit coming around the right side, and you could see his head snap back and forth before he hit the ground, and they took a lot of time dealing with him over there. So we'll see what kind of reports we get about him. He did fumble the ball, and it was recovered by the Norse. It will be first down for the Norse at the 38-yard line.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we resume play, it'll be 1st and 10 Norsemen at the 38-yard line.
And the Norse are up to the line of scrimmage. High snap to Pintock, gives it off and up across the 40 to the 35-yard line.
Number 30, Kevin Jurich.
Kevin Jurich on the carry. And they're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. So it's a gain of 3. Second and 7.
And 7.
Pintock still a quarterback. Gives the ball to Jurich again. Takes it off the right side. Driving forward down to about the 32-yard line. Another gain of 3. Andrew Pratt comes in for Jurich for the Whitehall Norse.
3rd and 5.
And they give to Pratt as he cuts around the right side. He's got some running room and gets hauled down at the 20-yard line.
The ball carrier for the Norsemen.
Hauled down there by Austin Coates.
The 20-yard line.
But it's enough for a first down for the Norse.
Down.
Austin Coates having a good game for Colfax tonight.
7:50 remaining in the game. Pintock pitches it to the outside. He got met in the backfield but keeps his feet. And across the line of scrimmage. And
Caden Hanchy, the ball carrier for the Norsemen.
With the carry, he gets it down. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 19-yard line.
Pickup of about a yard. 2nd and 9.
He got a yard on that play, and actually was fortunate to do that because he was met pretty deep in the backfield, but he broke that tackle. And Learmo gets sent off by the official.
Officials timeout.
Must be an equipment issue or... Didn't catch the number of the player who came in for him. And Hanchy on the carry gets it down to
Hanchy,
the
the ball
15-yard
carrier
line.
again.
Make it the 16.
76. Ben Lisowski and Braxton Smith on the push for the Norsemen.
They mark it on the 16-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Number 63, Luke Matika, also contributing on the play.
Caden Hanchy is the running back. He's lined up to the right of Pintock. And the give to Hanchy straight up the middle, drives forward, keeps his feet, spins and drives forward for a couple more yards, down to about the 8-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Way down the field.
That was a hard-earned first down for Hanchy.
Yeah,
picks up the first down, first and goal, Norsemen.
Norse are at the line. Hanchy still in. And we have a timeout being called by Colfax. So with a timeout on the field, you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN2.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
And give it up the middle.
Up the first down for the Vikings.
Is Beekner on the carry.
Christian Sasala on the tackle. Assisted by number 26, Jackson Tollefson.
Just under 3 minutes remaining in the game.
63.
Okay.
Nichols coming out wide to the near side. That's Peterson wide to the far side. Coates goes in motion. Pitch to Coates. He got met in the backfield. He held on to the ball, and he's fortunate to do that because he got spun around hard when he got met.
Pintock on the tackle.
That's going to be a loss.
2nd and 15.
Of at least 5.
Check that. 3rd. Number 20. Aiden Evans.
So they got it marked back on the 20-yard line, and they've got to get it out to the 35. So it is 2nd and 15.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
And to give up the middle again, driving straight forward. That time I believe it was Paulus.
Gained on the play.
Paulus slow to get up, but he was the one carrying it. He got out to near the 30-yard line. He goes hopping off on 1 foot. And coming into the lineup for Paulus is Hunter Roberts. Now I think that means that Peterson will probably go into the backfield.
They run to the right. Parsons.
Beekner under center. Puts Peterson in motion. Gives it to Nichols straight up the middle, and he got turned back after he crossed the 30.
Gain of a couple of yards on the play.
That's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
With 1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
So there's a minute to go in the game. Vikings trying to deal with getting the right people on the field.
Yeah, I do believe they have to. Timeout.
And a timeout is called by the Vikings. And so you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN2.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
We're back here at Whitehall High School. Vikings trailing 36-0 with under 30 seconds remaining in this one. Vikings will be punting. Coach kicks it, caught by a short guy, and he may have an angle towards the end zone. Gets taken down at the 12-yard line. Hutzel on the return. He was the short guy, and it was just a short little kick barely over the heads of the line, and right into the hands of Hutzel. And he returned it, and it should take care of it, and that'll do it. That's your final score with the Whitehall Norse defeating the Vikings by a score of 36-0. not quite the way the Vikings wanted to start the
Thank you,
season.
ladies and gentlemen, for coming
We'll
to
be
tonight's
back
game and
with
honoring
Viking
our
post-game
veterans.
coming
Have a
up
wonderful
right
evening and a
after this
terrific
time out on
weekend. We'll see you next
NLWN2.
time.
You've been tuned to Colfax Viking Football, live on NLWN2. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with Colfax High School, and is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in part or in whole without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and Colfax High School is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
Time now for Viking Post Game with a look back at today's Colfax Viking football game. And now, back out to the stadium and Viking Post Game.
And we're back here at Whitehall High School with Viking post game. Like I said at the end of the game, it's not the way the Vikings wanted to open the season. Dan, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I got a few notes that I put on. You know, the positives for Colfax tonight for their first game was they didn't have a lot of penalties, which is better when you're not going backwards. Also, special teams did really good. They got the offense in good field position right away each time. And, yeah, now they can go back, watch a little film, learn from what they saw tonight, and move on to leave a strong.
Part of the problem for the Vikings is just they are so darn young, and the players that do have experience are going both ways, and you can see that in the fourth quarter. They were just out of gas, and really had a hard time getting anything going on offense, and their size difference made it pretty obvious when they just couldn't stop anything on defense. The Norse used the clock very wisely, just ran the ball down the field and made good on it and scored on many of their drives. And so Vikings have some learning to do, some film watching to do, and to be honest with you, they also need some more bodies out there. Their numbers are better this year than they have been the past few years, but they do need more bodies. And those guys who could be football players who are not out there really do need to be out there. And hopefully we'll find out what the situation with Theo Hovde is. Dan, why don't you take a quick look at the numbers there? Nothing's added up yet?
Yeah, your eyes compared to mine.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't you add things up real quick, and I'll go through the scoring plays then while you do that. We got off to a start early in the first quarter with 4:36 remaining, with Mason Pintock scoring on an 8-yard run, making the score 6-0 Norse. Then with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter, Pintock hit Johnson with a 32-yard touchdown pass, making the score 12-0. Then in the second quarter, Bo Killian took the ball in from 5 yards out for an 18-0 score. That was with 4:52 remaining in the second quarter. Then with 1:40 remaining, Pintock hit Johnson on a 59-yard touchdown pass, making it 24-0 at halftime. In the third quarter, Johnson got the ball on that inside handoff or inside shovel pass and took it around the end for 50 yards with 4:24 remaining in the third quarter to make the score 30-0. Then in the fourth quarter, was a 5-yard run by Devin Hutzel with 10:42 remaining, and at that point we went to running clock, and the final score ended up being Colfax 32, Whitehall 36, Vikings 0. And so the Vikings are off to an 0-1 start to the season. Dan, what'd you find out?
Yeah, here's the rushing totals for Colfax. They had 123 yards on the ground and 18 yards passing. Number 2, Theo Hovde, had 66 yards to lead the team tonight.
And he did have a fumble, and that fumble, if anything, I'd say he earned that fumble because that's the one that took him out of the game. We'll have to find out what his situation is, and I do see him over along the sidelines. He's moving around okay and giving fist bumps to his teammates and so on as they're grabbing their equipment over there. And so hopefully Theo is going to be okay. Somebody getting a little bit of attention to his, looks like his ankle down in the end zone. And I can't see who that is from here, but at any rate, so final score, Vikings 36 and how I wish. The Norsemen 36, Vikings nothing. And I want to remind you that the Colfax School District wants to welcome all students to attend the Welcome Back Orientation Team Building Days on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That's the 27th and 28th. Students' first official day for the 2024-2025 school year will be on Tuesday, September 3rd. On Tuesday the 27th, the Viking volleyball team will open their season with a quadrangular right here at Whitehall beginning at 5 p.m. And don't forget to join us on NLWN2 for Colfax Viking High School football next Friday as the Vikings will take on the Olivestrom Cardinals at Colfax High School. Our coverage begins with Viking preview at 6:40 p.m., followed by all the play-by-play action. Tonight's Colfax High School football game has been brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who've been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. C&K Construction, concrete experts for the Chippewa Valley. And Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Be sure you thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV. So for Dan Petchow and Ann Monroe on the camera, this is Rick Olson. That final score once again, Whitehall 36, Vikings 32. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on NLWN 2.
You've been tuned to Viking Postgame with a look back at today's Colfax Viking football game. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN2, along with Colfax High School. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule at www.northernlightwebcastingnetwork.com.